Welcome back on Dynamod. Today I want to propose you a video about
the unboxing and review about the chapter approved 2020. In this case, it's called Gran Tournament 2020, and there is some reason about. First thing to notice is that has been split in two parts. One where there is the mission packs and rules and so on, and one that is related about the points. So all the points that are renewed with the new edition, because this has been released with the new edition. It's something like it's similar to the thing that has been done with the General Handbook 2020 and the previous one that has the points in one book and the rules in the other one. And as you have seen, this is an A5 format, so I like the book that normally it is a bit higher, okay, because there is this part, but it's smaller, it's more comfortable to bring with you, but it has also the problem that having such thing, it's also not so good, because it's as you can see, it's not made in hardback, and I don't like because it's in softback. The lucky thing is that you can bring with you, and it's smaller and so on, so it's more comfortable and doesn't occupy too much space. So now we can go to see them in detail. So we can begin with analyzing this monitoring field manual. And this one, it's nothing else. We can open it and see the nice images here. That the update of the points of all the unit of all the codices. So remember that, and also Forge World one. So this is complete one. So this booklet, it's something that if you go to play tournaments and so on, you must have, because it's really something that I suggest you to take note, because they changed a lot. Another thing to remember is that if you go to see these points, you can be scared, because they changed the point going upward, because a lot of units had a great increase in point, but it's not everything, because if you go to see, you can find that yes, the unit has been increasing point. For example, the aggressors has a great increase in point. At the same time, anyway, they decrease the points of the weapons, so there has been an increase, but not so scary as it can seem. It's still quite heavy, but anyway, it makes you play, I think, 1 or 2 units maximum less if you're going to see, because there are not so many increasing. So I think that you sacrifice a unit in a normal battle of 2000 points, so it's not too much. And in some cases, like a Dead Blaster, you can even save point, so not be scared. So we can move this aside and see the Gran Tournament 2020. And so we can start to see this one, that is the chapter approved mission pack Gran Tournament 2020. We can move this aside. I don't like too much because it risks to ruin these parts, so I don't think that it will gain a lot. Anyway, here we can see something interesting. You see, if you go to see, there is this part that it's the rings, so we can make this movement, so we can flip, and it's quite comfortable to do such a thing. So we can open and see everything that it's inside, and then we can start to see the contents. Here there is the introduction, and here in the contents there is that you can yet see there is the entire rulebook inside here. Nice images of contour, and here the rules about the tournament games, but you can apply this also to all the battles. First thing that we can notice is the command points that are available for the armies. Here that we had to choose the missions, and here they say that we have for a lot of missions something called a secondary missions, but we'll see eventually later. And these secondary missions objectives you have to choose, and you can choose one that is also from the specific ones about the missions objectives that you can take. And one thing that has changed is that now the field that we are going to play with, it's not anymore 72 inch for 48, but 6 inch for 44. This has changed a lot and not so much. Why? Because effectively there are only 6 inch outside and 2 inch for part. So it's a way that it make you be closer to the opponent, it's still 24 inch at least when you're going to deploy, but anyway, you have to pay attention because you have less space of movement. I don't think that it changed so much, but still it has an impact on the game. So remember that you have to pay attention. Also here we have the other part about how to proceed with the game and so on. So they make you understand how to effectively proceed with everything that is related about going to play the game itself. Here we have the secondary objectives that you can choose. Remember that if you choose these secondary objectives, you can't choose in the next game the same ones if you go to play a tournament. So eventually think about using the ones that you find in the different missions if they are available, because if you can do them, you can save some of these for the ones that you need maybe later. In this case, I'll bring a review about this secondary objective in a specific video that you can find in the playlist when it will be released. So I think that they are really quite amazing ones, and they are really to make a deep sight about this. Then we have this that it's a tournament sheet. Here we have the what already that it's like to prepare easy the models eventually. Another nice images. And we can see that there are a lot of missions that are available. These ones, the incursion mission, are for the ones that are played with a small amount of points. But we can see that there are a lot of missions available. And the presence of the secondary objectives, it's a way also to personalize your way to play. Moreover, it's even better because you can personalize the way to play by both the players. So it's like the players are playing a mission but with different ones from each other, and being that the objects are hidden, so they don't know the objects of each other, I think that they can be really quite amazing. I like the way that it has been done, the separation, so all the rules on one part and the part of the feed on the other page. It's also true that if we flip this, it's a 4-page normal page, so it's not so crazy, but it's comfortable when you flip and take on one hand this, because you can see it better without having problem or be too busy space. And as we have seen the part about the small missions, we have also the normal missions. So we have again this. A lot of this it's something that you have yet seen, because you have played something similar in the previous years. But it's also true that these ones are modified by the presence of the secondary objectives, because it changed quite a lot the way that you can solve the battle itself. So you had the main, but also the secondary objectives that can change a lot the way that you can gain points and so on. So I think that they can be really quite amazing. And here we can start to see something that I think that it's mainly interesting. So here we have something that you have to take note. There is the entire rulebook. So the rulebook, and you can see in the unboxing review about the rulebook the difference. Here there is only the rules that there are in the rulebook, not the part about the background and so on. If you're interested to the background, really the rulebook is the best, because there are a lot of background, a lot of images that are really quite amazing. But here there are the same rules that you can find in the rulebook, and eventually remember that in the description there is the playlist where step by step I analyze the different parts that you can find here. So there can be something that you could be interested about to understand how it's played the 9th edition. So here there is everything. So all the rules that we can find, there is. So this is a nice way, because in a single pieces that it's also quite thin, you can have together the missions, the way to play the missions, and all the rules related about. So I think that this is something that it was a must to have. I don't like such way to play, but at the same I like this one, because as the option that you can really, I can say, treat bad and at the same time not mind too much. And because I bought the Indomitus box set, I can take that the rulebook that there is inside, I can treat it like a special way, so I can treat it like that. So as you can see, there is everything that there is inside the rulebook here. And here there is the tournament scoring sheet that it's the thing that you have to mind, because if you are going to play the tournaments, it can be a nice way to understand how to do this. So this is something that, as you can see, it's done not bad at all. So what I say about these books, I think that they are really quite good. I was a bit taken back when I think, because I was thinking that they were like the General Handbook 2020, so the normal size and not such, I can say, reduced side. But they are quite similar to previous incarnation, like these ones that we can see. So they are really comfortable to bring with you, and having the rules, the missions, so the essential to play. The core book, instead, it's more suited to be thought about having something that suggests you the background, that suggests you with the artworks and the background itself, how to convert, how to modify, how to create your own army. Simply, I don't think that they conflict. Instead, they, I can say, bring something to different ways that you can choose. Obviously, you can, again, buy both of them, as I done, but I bought the Indomitus, so it wasn't yet inside. But I don't think that they are conflicting. So I think that you should think about what you need, what you think that you'd like more. You can see my videos about, and decide which one suits you better. But I like both of them. Anyway, on Dynamod it's everything. I invite you to put a like on this video, to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell, and to comment this video if you are interested in something about this video, or you want to suggest me some arguments for other videos. I hope to see you again. Till next time.